Qatar's hoping that the tournament will also leave a legacy off the pitch. Its World Cup organising chief says it will earn $17 billion in revenue. But that amount is far short of what the country spent on hosting. Now, some previous hosts, like South Africa, saw a dramatic increase in repeat tourism on the back of staging the event. But others argue that hosting is just an expensive vanity project. Well, Lisa Delpy Neirotti is Director of Sport Management Programmes at George Washington University School of Business. Thanks ever so much for coming on the show. Let's look at the upside and the downside of hosting a World Cup, or indeed any major global sporting event. I mean, is it a win or an own goal?
You know, every country has their own objectives for hosting mega events. And I think actually Qatar took a page out of the China playbook. They hosted an excellent tournament. They branded the nation very well. Everywhere you looked, I was able to be at the tournament. It was beautiful. You know, you have the beautiful sky drops, the building wraps of players, street soccer themed street displays. It was at night, it lit up like Disneyland. And, you know, it was just a wonderful display of both soccer and the country. And we have to understand this country is 51 years old. And so if they wanted to spend, you know, $220 billion on building up their country, building up the infrastructure, that's their choice. And so I really think it's up to each country and how they spend their money. And this is what they use their money on.
But of course, now the World Cup is over, those signs will come down, the lights will come down. It might not look like Disneyland for much longer. So what about these bespoke sporting venues that are built for the World Cup, that are built for events like the Olympics? Are they really sustainable?
Right. It's difficult to keep it sustained, but I must say, in Qatar's point, my first visit was in 1989, and there were camels in the street at that time. And I've had a chance to go back 10 other visits, and each time they built a new part of Qatar. You know, they had the Pearl, they had the Qatara, they have different areas that they've built, and they've grown tourism over those years. So we have to think of this investment as a long-term investment. Are those buildings all filled? No, not right now, but their population has doubled, and they expect it to double again. So, you know, it's important for us to look at the long-term vision, and countries that host mega events with a long-term vision, they will do okay. Unfortunately, you know, Brazil, they had some legacy plans, but they weren't able to implement those due to financial situation and the downturn of the economy. Qatar has some legacy plans where they're planning to dismantle the 974 stadium, turn Education City into more of an education venue. So if Qatar does some of the things they say they're going to do for the long-term legacy, it could be a win. You know, hopefully those stadiums are not going to just sit there empty. Most of them, I think, will, but time will tell.
Lisa Delpy Neirotti at George Washington University School of Business, thank you very much.
Thank you.